Well, we are back here at Builders Kitchen and Supply in the East Village at their spectacular showroom, and we were talking with Bruce Lefkow. You know, when we came out of the last segment, we were talking about the furniture idea, and it really is. Tell me just real quick about this one company that you guys just signed on.
Well, we've had them for about a year and a half. We don't like to have anybody be a test, so we slowly work into anything new. Very rarely do we ever represent new manufacturers, and we keep them real close circle of the ones that we do deal with, and we're in their top dealers. And this company that we've taken on about a year and a half ago and are now offering to the public is called Graybill. It's made in Graybill, Indiana. The craftsmen that manufacture the cabinets are Amish.
Yeah.
And everybody
they do a great job, don't they?
Everybody knows what goes along with that. We have, the other lines we have are excellent, but this just goes up the next step.
And this is kind of like the top of the line, truly custom stuff, isn't it?
Well, a lot of the other lines we have are custom, but this goes the next couple of steps up above that, whereas we're really, I mean, I have a hard time calling them cabinets. It's pretty much pieces of furniture in every way that we want to build that cabinet, whether it be the door edge profile, inside edge profile, the raised panel on it, the way the drawers are built, the drawer guides, the way the end panels are built.
All of it.
We can really satisfy that discerning customer that wants something. Of course, the budget will go along with it too. But there's a lot of people that are really wanting that theme type of look and getting the very highest quality and having them built the way they want it.
Exactly. Well, and again, that kind of we've been saying all along here, people really don't want what everybody else has next door to them. They want something that's custom, and that certainly does it. But you know what? I think when we start talking about countertops, that's another piece of this. You don't have to have anything that looks like the neighbors, do you?
Right. And you know what we say a lot of the time when we're dealing with prospects that are going to be doing remodeling is come in, touch, feel, see. And that's what we really like to show. And we don't do anything special for the materials that we have in the showroom. We want them to see it as they're going to be so they can really see. A lot of the time, whether it's the countertops or the cabinets, we take the cabinets apart and do some cutting on them so they can see actually how they're built, whether it's any of the products that we have. We want them to really see what they're getting. And when we get into the countertops,
hang on the drawers a little bit, all of those kind of things, right? Bring the kids in, hang on the drawer.
Use the drawers for ladders.
There you go.
And when we get to countertops, just like the one we're talking here, each one has a little different feel as well as a different look.
What are the different kinds? I mean, there's obviously we can go either top to bottom or bottom to top. What do you want to do?
Well, laminate's going to be where you'd start out in the initial. And everybody's familiar with laminate or Formica. Everybody's familiar with the name Formica.
But it's a lot better than it used to be.
It's a lot better than it used to be, and we can make it in a lot of ways that make it actually. When we assemble it, that we can make it better than it used to be.
I say the colors and the look and the feel of it much different than it used to be.
We can do a lot of things with bending and forming so that you don't end up with the seams that you used to have. But you're still back to laminate. It's a product that does have a definite life to it, and when I say definite life, you get 10, 15 years out of a laminate countertop. You're doing pretty well. From there, you're going to really go into solid surface. When I say solid surface, just like with laminate, I said Formica, Corian's a familiar name with solid surface. And it's going to be a material that has the full color through the thickness of the material. It's typically the same thickness, which is about 1.5 inches. It's a repairable product, though. It's a lifetime product. It doesn't have a definite life to it.
And that's something where it can be the countertops, and you can also have the sinks and everything else,
can all be part of it. And when you do the solid surface, we usually recommend that they do put that in, because then you don't have that caulk or seam throughout there. The next product that's probably in about the same price point as the Corian is going to be the quartz or the natural stones. We'll start off going with the natural stone or granite. Obviously, not a man-made product. It has a lot of variation. Some people like it, some people don't like it.
The coloring's not quite as consistent and things like that.
There's no consistency, and it's all random. You may get a piece that is, one person may think is beautiful, the next
forget it. Yeah,
that's not what I want.
And there is some maintenance involved with those kind of things.
Those products, those granite products, have to be sealed, and it has to be on a schedule. Everybody loves the way they look when they go in. Granite is a man-made product. The sealer, or granite is a natural product. The sealer is a man-made product. When you seal it, you get that shiny surface, and you actually cover up all the pores in it, because it's stone. Just like you put a wet glass on concrete, it absorbs, and it is a porous product. So we do have to seal it. We get the joints pretty darn good, but there is some maintenance to that.
Exactly.
Again, in the same price point as that solid surface or corian. Then the quartz. That's the next step. Has more color consistency throughout it. Has the sealer built into the stone as it's made. It's a natural product. We're moving over to a man-made process, and you don't have to do any of the sealing. You get that shiny surface. A lot of people are going to that because of the maintenance issues and the color consistency issues. They're all, once you get into those lifetime products, they're all pretty much in the same price range until you get into some real specialty items.
And it really does kind of depend on, and I know this is something that you guys do right from the get-go when whether you're modeling or doing a new home. You got to talk about what that lifestyle is. You know, I mean, what's going to fit? I mean, if you got a lot of kids, maybe it is a laminate for a while. If it's just you, maybe you can get that high-end stuff.
And then there's things in between that can solve all those situations. That's why we show all the different things we do in the showroom. We show the laminate, lots of laminate, lots of the corian or solid surfaces, plenty of the granite, as well as the quartz.
And even the butcher block
natural,
kind of.
Here we have a wood butcher block top, and in certain situations, it's necessary and people want it, but they have to understand the maintenance of
exactly on that kind of stuff. Well, and again, you know, that is a part of it where I'm going to come right back to where we started on this thing, is that you need to be talking to people that are the experts, that know what the deal is, have been through it all, and can kind of hold your hand and help you pick out what's appropriate.
And we want them not only to be satisfied when it goes in, but 10 years from now, we want their expectations to be exactly what we've told them, not, well, it didn't perform as I expected it to. We want to be up front with them, tell them how it's going to be in 10 years, how it's going to be in 5 years, how it's going to be in 20 years, so that they know what they're buying. And when they get to that point, there's no surprises.
What to expect on it then. So, well, Builder's Kitchen and Supply in the East Village. Give me the address down here. What's the official address?
We're at 130 East 3rd, just south of Court Avenue, east side of the river.
All right, very good. And they can come down, stop, take a look, all those kind of things. And again, always new displays, always fun to come down here. So, yeah, it's good. We'll have people come down and take a look. Okay, Bruce?
Well, and we're open Monday through Friday 8 to 5, and then Saturdays from 9 to 12.
Perfect. Very good. Thanks, Bruce. We'll be back.